All right, everyone, it's your boy Fernie here with another new aliens and UFOs news video. I just did one the other day regarding a popular topic, something that apparently is gaining more traction, and that's with all the phenomenon, all those strange UFO like drones that are out there over the skies of New Jersey. When I did the video originally, it was about a week ago, but ever since then, there's been even more traction, more news, more updates. So I thought I would do another new video here regarding that topic. I'll give my own thoughts and opinions on it as well. And then I'll showcase some other items that I found within the world of aliens and UFOs. So definitely some good interest in this. Always exciting to see essentially what this is going to be afterwards. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's start the video here. Let me know what you guys and gals think about this strange set of topics. The first one is again regarding those drones over New Jersey. This one is from the APP.com. It's titled Drones Over New Jersey, Aliens, Spies, Secret Military Tech. Let's speculate. The reason I picked this one is because, again, there's been a lot of talk about this particular subject, lots of theories out there too. So I'm going to see what this particular article says. So it says, I remember once seeing something unexplainable flying over the Atlantic, making bizarre maneuvers over the water during a storm. It was a today would fit what's trending, but I saw this over a decade ago. And they said I was a friend's apartment on 3rd Avenue. And then there was one block of beach, and they were enjoying a cigarette. They were just hanging outside. And then that's when you could hear the surf from the breezeway. But then they saw this an orange light seemingly rose up from the horizon, moved left, then right, then seemingly toward us at a downward angle before going up into the clouds in the opposite direction. Ooh, interesting stuff. This was a decade ago, so this would have been what, 2014 at the latest. So definitely very, very good stuff. One of the users, one of the commenters in the past video mentioned that there's a lot of UFOs by water. So this makes sense as well. Let's see what else it says. The phenomenon of unidentified anomalous phenomenon, UAP. By the way, I do not like that new acronym UAP. I like the old one, the classic UFOs, unidentified flying objects. I mean, that's as good as it gets, right? I mean, it worked so well for so many decades. Why do we have it now listed as unidentified anomalous phenomenon? Anyways, they have taken center stage in New Jersey as residents report strange and unexplained aerial activity. Lots of reactions on social media. Absolutely. I see this now on my Google News app. Where else? There's a lot of embedded stuff associated with Twitter/X. Where else? YouTube has them as well. Obviously, I'm making a YouTube video here too. Governor Phil Murphy had a briefing this week. U.S. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Oh, so this is getting into some serious stuff there, especially when it involves U.S. Homeland Security. New Jersey Office of Homeland Security and the Preparedness State Police, members of New Jersey's congressional delegation. It looks like the sightings first began just over Thanksgiving, and they've been reported in Sussex, Somerset, Warren counties, and other areas of New Jersey. They report seeing car-sized objects that appears to rise from the sky as the sun sets. Look at that. So there's one of the drones slash UFOs or whatever it is right there. Let me scroll it up a little bit more. Let's take a look at these pictures here. These are actual photos from people that have been around that area. Drones were photographed between 8:33 p.m. and 8:49 p.m. Good stuff. Sony A7IV. So somebody had presumably a real deal camera with them. It's one of the frustrating things with so much footage nowadays with the technology people have on their phones, the great cameras that are there. A lot of the footage comes out unusable, but this stuff is really good. Ah, did you hear that thing? That means my food is ready. Oh, look at that one. So I have seen this as well. Um, it appears, and I'll see if there's footage of it in a minute, but it appears that there's a helicopter looking thing that also has been roaming about with those drones. And you see it there. It's helicopter. It said this object in the sky was about to be a helicopter, but there was no audible sound associated with it. How does a helicopter not make a sound, right? There's more of the drones slash UFOs. That looks like an airplane almost to me. Same one. And that's it. Police have confirmed that the mystery drones have been spotted across numerous towns, prompting the Ocean County Sheriff to send a drone unit, their own drone unit. How about that? Drones against drones to track down the unknown flights. Um, what else? U.S. congressional representatives have been serious about the possibility that not only are otherworldly objects violating U.S. airspace, but the military has spent decades covertly recovering the craft to bolster its own technology. This first round of testimony was in July 2023, multiple hearings. It was titled Identifying Anomalous Phenomenon, Exposing the Truth. I know some of you had sent me messages, comments about it, about covering it. The problem is there's a lot of info. Anytime you hear something involving congressional hearings, it's not a quick 5 minute thing. Like it's hours and hours of stuff, and no one has had the opportunity, I think, to just condense it into something quick and easy to read. Since those hearings, there have been many unexplained drone sightings. They look like little airplanes wrapped in Christmas lights rather than flying saucers. So I hear this as well on Reddit and other places. Is this the new version of UFOs when it comes to these drones? You expect the classic saucer shape, and now you have something like this? Have they evolved essentially? New Jersey is a peninsula full of commercial ports, military installations. Yet this is not simply a mass misunderstanding of routine objects. There's the possibility that our military is behind all this. I read that as well, that this could just be something from the military, something as easy as that, but it's being held very mysteriously, which will certainly fit the criticism of the Pentagon's lack of transparency. Then again, there are people who claim that the drones are mysterious devices mimicking our own aircraft. So, what do I know? So, essentially, this is the article that wraps it up pretty nicely with what the discussion has been these past couple of days. Is it truly UFOs? Is it something mimicking us? Is it something otherworldly? I've even heard the theory that it's other state governments, like other countries that are out there that are sending things over. And then finally, is it something involving the world of us, like our own military and whatever that is? People are getting lots and lots of pictures and lots of videos. That's the good thing. And this stuff keeps getting shared just as I'm sharing it here. So lots of discussion that'll still happen. Next article comes from the Daily Star.uk. I wanted to showcase this one because it involves this guy, Uri Geller. It says Uri Geller says drone sightings are UFOs, warning Earth will show a power and superior tech. Uri Geller is a pretty controversial guy. It's too much to discuss here for this little video, but Uri Geller definitely has a lot. That's him right there, by the way. A lot of controversy surrounding him, stuff involving his ability to use his mind to alter things. I believe it was metal spoons that was pretty popular when he was doing it back then. Check it out if you have a chance. Just go on Wikipedia or go somewhere else online, and then you'll see all the history associated with him. But let's see what he says. Celebrity psychic Uri Geller has claimed that recent drone sightings near air bases are not man made, but instead a warning from UFOs with technology outside of understanding. So he's stating that it's not the military, it's not humans, not the government, not someone else from another country. It looks like it's something else from another world. He claims the UFOs this time want to be seen in a series of social media posts, also speculating that the repeated sightings are a warning. How about that? So instead of the UFOs always being so secret in the past, now they're their own version of celebrities. They want to be out there in the skies being recorded. Number of reports of flying crafts near U.S. bases in New Jersey, Germany, and RAF Lakenheath in the UK. The 77-year journalist claims we're in the midst of the biggest cover-ups in Roswell by blaming quote-unquote drones for the sightings. His extraterrestrial assertions are supported by TV psychic Deborah Davies. I'm not sure who she is. After one U.S. senator claimed Iran could be behind the mysterious sightings, Yuri took to X to set out his views. There's a classic gray right there. He said, try to blame these sightings on Iran and claiming they come from an Iranian mothership has to be one of the most ridiculous cover stories since the infamous Roswell incident, when the U.S. government claimed that the UFO debris they have retrieved was nothing more than the remains of a weather balloon. He's pretty blunt. Like, is this our version of Roswell 2.0 when it comes to all these drones slash UFOs? If these are really just drones, why does the U.S. military appear to be completely powerless to stop them as they blatantly and persistently infiltrate their airspace? And why are they able to fly without any consequence day after day, especially over sensitive locations? They're not making any attempt to hide or go under the radar. In fact, they appear to want to be seen, witnessed, and noticed. They're not spying in any sense of the word. They are instead putting on a very public show. Okay. And demonstrating the ability to continuously and easily observe and infiltrate our U.S. military bases and evade and outmaneuver any of them. Friends, this is a show of power, a warning, if you like, that whoever is operating these craft is a far superior technology to us. It is clear they want to be seen, and they're going to make their presence more and more undeniable. There's one right there. This one is a little bit further away, so the quality is not too good. That's it. That's pretty much all he says. So interesting stuff. He's flat out stating that it is something otherworldly, and not only that, but they're wanting to make their presence known. They're ready for their close up. They absolutely want to make sure that they can be seen. In this case, in very very public spaces instead of in the middle of nowhere in some farm and in some area that nobody's ever heard of. No, this is out there, and so is this Roswell 2.0? That's according to him. Let's see. All right. This very, very last article is from WWLP.com. And in it, it's titled Cities with the Most UFO Sightings in Massachusetts. So I've been talking about just the other day, it was UFOs over Maryland, and then now New Jersey, and now Massachusetts. So definitely some interesting choices. Let's see what this one says. Let me see if I can turn this one up. Look, look at that. It has unidentified anonymous phenomenon. There's that term again. There's observation of events in the sky that cannot be identified as aircraft. Oh, is this just... Yeah, it's just information. All right. When pilot Kenneth Arnold took off from Chehalis, Washington, in a single engine airplane in June 1947, he was looking for a lost military aircraft that had crashed. What he found was something completely different, something that set off a cultural obsession in the U.S. that persists today. He encountered 9 curious wingless objects speeding through the sky at 1,200 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. Like, that's something else, obviously, that nothing could have done at that time. He spent years afterward trying to describe what had been seen, reportedly using a term that had been ingrained uh, into American lexicon ever since. Oh, so he coined it? He coined the term flying saucer? Is that it? Since then, Americans have been uniquely fixated on the idea that aliens are somewhere up there. In fact, a Gallup survey found that 33% of Americans believe some UFOs were alien spacecraft, while 60% that could all be explained by human activity. In 2 years, in 2021, 41 said they believe that at least some UFO were alien related, and then 50% were humans. So it looks like things are creeping up when it comes to the past couple of years. There are two main reasons why the beliefs in aliens are so prevalent: government hearings and pop culture. So the government hearings are, again, pretty new. That's the kind of stuff that just happened the other year or so, where more and more information is being presented. But pop culture, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, movies like Day the Earth Stood Still, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Avatar, Quiet Place. They didn't mention Independence Day. Like, that's the biggest one out there. Good movie, by the way, too. It still stands the test of time today. Rather than leave flying saucers to the domain of Hollywood, the U.S. government has addressed questions of UFOs, only adding further speculation. Department of Defense released multiple videos that they thought to possibly capture UFOs. Air Force veteran came forward. That was the hearing I was just mentioning, claiming that U.S. military had been keeping important information on non-human sightings secret since the 1930s. Let's skip a little bit here. UAP and UFO sightings are particularly concentrated in the West because of the dark sky locations. New Mexico and Nevada are the best known ones. What do the numbers look like in your metro area? So Stacker compiled a ranking of cities with the most UFO sightings in Massachusetts. I guess this is a local Massachusetts news website using data. It encompasses all UFO sightings dating back to 1995. So let's see what it says. Number 10 is Taunton. Number 8, Bridgewater and Gloucester. Looks like they're tied as 8 and 9. Number 7 is Muthene. Number 6, New Bedford. 5, Plymouth. 4 is Lowell. 3 is Springfield. 2 is Worcester. And number 1 is Boston. 116 sightings in Boston since what, 1995? Is that right? So almost 30 years. In those 30 years in Boston, 116 UFO sightings. Interesting stuff. Again, I wouldn't think ever that Massachusetts would have those good number of sightings. That's just in Boston. Look at that: 67, 51, 40, 34, 30, 27, 26, and change. All that adds up into several hundred sightings over the past couple of decades there in Massachusetts. Considering, again, the size of the state, the population, it's a pretty good number, so it shows that it's increasing. Not only that, but again, the opinion of people believing in those sightings to be extraterrestrial rather than humans is also increasing as well. Makes me wonder if there's going to be more of those UFO drones that are going to be out there, this time in Massachusetts. In any case, just wanted to show this article to end things off. All right, everyone, let me know what you guys and gals think. Post those comments below. And I'll make some more future aliens, UFOs videos as well. All right, everyone. Take care as always.